Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have something a little bit different for you all, which is going to be creating my new book journal. So this currently lives in my PaperRepublic journal, which I have shown in a previous video. So today we are actually going to go ahead and start filling it out. So my book journal is going to be using this Louise Carmen notebook, which, as you can see, I have added a bunch of stickers to already. I initially just had this, which in hindsight I would go back and put something more bookish there, but that was the only sticker I had at the time. So as you can see, this is completely empty, but I have stickers on hand, which you can see I have already used quite a bit of these, but they are coffee bookish. This one's a bit more Halloween-y, so I might save that one. But yeah, I'm going to be using some of these to decorate this, but I'm also going to be using my handy dandy Sprocket to print out the books that I have already read to input the stickers into this. And I'm hoping I can do like maybe 2 to 3 books on each page. And I have read a total thus far of 22 books, so that is what I'm going to be adding in here. And also I think the first 2 pages actually I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to do an overview which will show kind of like how many books I've read per month, how many have been physical, audio, borrowed, ebook, etc. The next page over here I want to do my book of the year with the map of block for one of each of the 12 months, and then you have like your best one after those 2 months, etc. And then you get down to your final 3 and then your best one of the year. So that's going to be those first 2 pages, and then I'm going to go into the books themselves, which primarily what I'm focused on is just the star rating and any thoughts that I have that I want to include in the review. Any kind of list of anticipated reads, etc. Those are all going to actually be in a separate journal over here, but this is just going to be essentially my reading tracker. So without further ado, let's get started. Well, I think that this is where I'm going to end, because this is essentially the complete format that the book journal will be. So I'll be writing thoughts here. I might add quotes or some little details like that, but that's what I'm going to keep in terms of the format. So thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye!